They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. And they'll run here with Jefferson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. An inside give to Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold running the option left. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Sam Darnold, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Vikings 7, Ravens nothing.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
This is 2nd and 8.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 4.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. This one into the hands of Aguilar.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game, and I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious.
And that's caught inside the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. To throw again is Jackson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Second down and 8.
Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
In motion, the tight end. Faking the give, Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Darnold. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson now. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Jonathan Bullard in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game.
Tucker's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Darnold. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Darnold wants to change it up.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The 20. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Jackson. Touchdown! Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Addison, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Darnold to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Here's Darnold. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat